Hello, in this edition of Tips and Tricks we're going to talk about force spacing in the interactive nest. This is one of the most useful tools in interactive nesting because it allows you to maximize your sheet utilization by getting a precise spacing in between your parts. Alright, so I've got these two parts here that I want to get a 1/4 inch spacing so I can do common edge punching. First thing I want to do is click reorient part and then force spacing. And the first prompt that comes up is identify fixed edge from which to control spacing. Alright, so I want this part to be my fixed part. This one's going to remain stationary while this part adjusts to get my spacing that I want. First thing I need to do is get the bottom edges aligned. So my first pick is going to be this fixed edge. Okay. Then my second pick, it says identify point to space perpendicular from fixed edge. Okay, this is a point, not an edge, so I'm not going to pick this edge. I want to pick the corner of this edge, which is going to be an intersecting point. So I'll pick here, and I'm going to choose 0 spacing because I want this to be flush. Alright, now this third prompt says identify edge to control move direction or carriage return to move perpendicular. So what I want this to do is shift perpendicular to my fixed edge, which was this edge here. So I don't need to do anything here, I just hit enter. And now my two bottom edges are flush. Now I can do force spacing again and get the spacing I want between the parts. So I'm going to choose force spacing, identify fixed edge, that's going to be this edge right here. And then identify point to space perpendicular, which is going to be this one right here. And this time I'm going to put in my 1/4 inch spacing. And I want to move the part perpendicular to that fixed edge, so I'm just going to enter through that last prompt. And there we go. Pretty easy, huh? Alright, next I'm going to do these two parts over here, which are a little bit more complicated. It's a triangular shaped part, and first thing I'm going to do is get the alignment on the bottom edges again. So I'm going to do reorient part, force spacing. We'll make this one our fixed edge, so I'm going to choose this bottom edge here, and then I'll choose this bottom corner, and I'll leave that at 0 to make the edges flush. And there we go. Now I'm going to get my 1/4 inch spacing between the parts. Now this is where it gets tricky. Alright, I'm going to do force spacing, identify this as my fixed edge, and identify this as my point. I'll put in my 1/4 inch, and this is when we use this last prompt. Instead of just entering through this to make this go perpendicular, if I do that, it'll go perpendicular to that edge to get my 1/4 inch spacing, which would mess up my alignment that we did at the bottom. Alright, so I need this to shift horizontally to get my 1/4 inch spacing, so I need to pick a horizontal edge. So I can pick either the top edge or the bottom edge. So I'll pick this bottom edge here, and it shifts the part horizontally to get my 1/4 inch spacing between the parts. Force spacing is a lot easier once you understand how it works. I think you'll use it a lot. Alright, that's all for now.